Yo, what up, though? I know about now we've all seen that viral clip of Cam Newton interviewing Dr. Bryant, where Dr. Bryant is giving him the royal read because Cam is pretty much stating that on top of the multiple children and multiple baby mothers that he has, that he wants to have more children, but he is more interested in that versus marrying either one of the mothers of his children or getting married to another woman, period. I'm not necessarily going to respond to that because there's nothing that I can say that hasn't already been laid out with Dr. Bryant, and I agree with her wholeheartedly. However, my response is more to the term broken home, which is a term that's usually used when a child is growing up in a home that does not have the traditional mother and father present. That term has always made me feel ill, not because of my personal experience, because I was raised by my mother and my grandmother, but throughout my journey, I've seen various households. And as you know, I was a youth counselor for 10 years and I took care of kids. I was age 14 to 25. That term being used with certain kids that I've seen raised with a single father or a single mom with a grandmother, a single father with a grandfather or grandparent, I've seen those kids grow up and be wholeheartedly happy because they had a community that supported them. I've also took care of kids that came from the traditional mom and father, and that household, quote unquote, could be used for broken because there was situations in the household of the child suffering from abuse from one of or both parents, or neglect, or just lack of love in the household, period, altogether. And I just feel that when we are always lining up in blackness, let's just speak what it is, of households that don't look like the quintessential American two-parent household, there's always got to be some sort of broken tag that we're a little bit too quick to embrace. If there's a lack of love or some abuse or neglect or some sort of damage to that child, then yeah, by all means, you might want to call that household broken. However, if you don't know that it's not coming from a community of love, just because it does not look on that, it can be a mom and mom parent, a dad or dad parent, or a they and them parent, or just a they, or just a her, or just a him. If they're coming from a household where they're being supported in their community and where they're from, that household is not broken. I just feel like when it comes to that term, we need to fall back on it. And I accept it so much.